Hey everyone, welcome back to Joysticks Judgments. Today we're going to be diving into why right now might be the perfect time to return to World of Warcraft, especially if you've been on the fence between time walking leveling bonuses, super simple DPS rotations, and experimenting with different classes. This is honestly one of the smoothest comeback windows we've had in a long while. Let's jump in. First up, let's dive into the time walking events. If you're trying to level up a new alt or even returning from a long break, time walking dungeons right now offer insane XP gains. You can obtain a 30% experience buff by completing time walking dungeons right now. If you're a tanking or healing spec, your queues will be almost instant. But even as a DPS, I haven't had any issues. My queue times have been anywhere between 5 and 8 minutes tops. Right now you can queue quickly, get scaled content that's not too hard, and knock out levels way faster than traditional questing or spamming dungeon. Not to mention, this is actually fun content. You get to revisit some of the best expansions and dungeons Blizzard has ever made. Honestly, if you got a character stuck in that awkward 30 to 60 leveling zone, this is by far one of the best chances you'll have to power through it. For me, I had been wanting to level up my Demon Hunter. I took him from 70 to 80 within a few hours. Also, with the 30% increase to experience, specific mount drop rates have been increased by up to 10 times, and some certain legendary items have also received a 10% drop rate increase. So not only can you level your character very quickly, you'll also have a chance to revisit some of the old fun content and also have a chance for rare mounts as well as legendary items. So this next topic is a hot one. It is the one button DPS rotation. Some people love it, some people hate it. I like the fact that if I'm new to a class or there is a spec that I haven't played, I can actually use this one button rotation and it will perform pretty well in casual content, and it gives me the opportunity to jump right in. So when I came back, I wanted to try out the new Undermines raid. So I jumped on my Shaman, and then I selected Enhancement Shaman, so I was not as familiar with the rotation. So I added the one button DPS rotation to my bar, and I jumped into the raid. And I must say, I really had a great time because this allowed me the freedom to actually participate in the raid and actually focus on the mechanics as well. This really made the raid very enjoyable for me, and it gave me an opportunity to really focus in on the fight and how the mechanics all worked. With the one button DPS rotation, it also allowed me to try different classes and roles. I normally do not tank, but I wanted to have fast queues when I was leveling up my Demon Hunter, so I went Vengeance just to give it a try. I jumped into the Followers dungeon because I wanted to see how the one button DPS rotation would work with tanking. Now, your long cooldowns, you will have to use those yourself. They will not be added in your rotation. Your rotation is strictly DPS, but that's not too hard to manage and figure out along the way. I will say in World of Warcraft, I normally do not tank, especially on a Vengeance Demon Hunter. But with the one button DPS rotation, it made it possible, and I did have a really good time. I think it will help players that are maybe not familiar with their class. It will give them the opportunity to still participate in dungeons as well as Raid Finder. I would say the one button DPS rotation is a win. So choosing your main for patch 11.2. I went back and I played through a bunch of my characters that I had brought up to level. The one that stood out as a ton of fun for gameplay was my Enhancement Shaman. For patch 11.2, my Enhancement Shaman will be my main, and I will be pairing it with the Elemental as my off spec. Right now, Enhancement feels really good as far as gameplay. It's very fast paced, and it does have a lot of huge burst windows, and that's incredibly fun with both dungeons and world content. And with a Shaman, you know you're always going to have an amazing light show, especially with all the lightning visuals that are happening on the screen. The animations feel really good, they feel sharp, the new talent systems let you fine-tune your build based on how you want to play. And then for certain fights, if I want to switch it up and I don't want to be in melee range, I could always go Elemental, and that gives you that strong range DPS option without switching to a completely different class. It's the perfect combo. Fast melee for close-up brawls, and a strong range spec when I want some variety in my gameplay. So for PvE, it will definitely be my Enhancement and Elemental Shaman because I am loving the gameplay right now, and they bring a lot of utility with their kit that I like a lot. Now for PvP, I'm thinking either Devastation Evoker, maybe a BM hunter, or a rep paladin. So is right now the right time to come back to WoW? I would say yes, and especially if you're looking to shake things up. You can level fast, and you might find a few new classes or specs to fall in love with. Whether you're diving back in for the solo content or reconnecting with some friends or guildmates, there's momentum right now in the game, and it makes the game fun and exciting because you have so many players on and they're leveling alts, and it is a lot of fun with the community right now. And hey, if you're going to go Enhancement Shaman for rating in 11.2, or are you thinking more elemental? I'd love to hear your thoughts and maybe some ideas behind your current builds. Well, everybody, thanks for joining me today to explore, is now the right time to come back to WoW? I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out a small channel like ours to grow. Don't forget to hit the bell notification below to be notified anytime we post a new video. GG everyone, until the next one.